The insult struck like a slap. People like you don't belong in this building. The words cracked across the polished lobby of Caspian Tower, that fortress of glass and steel rising in the heart of dawn. Cale, the hulking security guard, stood towering above her. His breath carried the staleness of cigarettes. His hand clamped hard around the sleeve of her raspberry-colored blazer. That blazer, bright, bold, electric, was the only color in a sea of corporate gray. It marked her instantly as an outsider. Gasps rippled through the lobby. Dozens of phones lifted into the air like metallic insects, eager to capture the unfolding drama. But she did not flinch. Her eyes, fathomless and steady, held Cale's fury without a trace of fear. Her name was Dr. Anya Chirama. She had entered through those gilded doors with nothing but a slim leather folder under her arm. No bodyguards, no jewelry, no ostentatious proof of wealth, just her presence. But for the staff of Caspian Tower, that was not enough. All they saw was a woman who did not fit. The delivery entrance is around the back, called Zara, the receptionist. Her sugary smile was sharpened to cruelty. Laughter bubbled from a cluster of junior analysts nearby. This was not a whisper behind closed doors. It was a performance, a staged humiliation. Still, Dr. Chirama did not move. Her silence made them uneasy. Cale's grip tightened, as though brute force could erase her. By the marble columns, a young intern named Leo hesitated, his phone half raised. Something inside him shifted. He realized this was no ordinary security dispute. This was ritualized dismissal, a public stripping away of dignity. Silas, the floor manager, made his entrance, shoes clicking like a judge's gavel on the granite. "Board members don't wait in lobbies," he said coldly. "Whoever you are, you're wasting time." He ripped the visitor badge from her lapel and slammed it against the desk. It bounced once, then slid to the floor. Gasps followed. Dr. Chirama lowered her gaze to the fallen badge. Then she lifted her eyes slowly, deliberately, to Silas's face. That pause weighed more than any words she could have spoken. "This isn't your space," Cale snarled, leaning in close, his voice straining to shatter her calm. But even as he spoke, the truth was unraveling. It was caught on screens, whispered in corners, reflected in Zara's uneasy smirk. Something in the air shifted. Chandeliers seemed to dim, the marble lost its sheen, and silence spread like static before a storm. She was no longer a woman begging for access. She was power, anchored and waiting. If she were a man, someone muttered, the elevator would already be open. Silas lunged for a folder, but it slipped from his grasp and thudded on the desk. "Another fraud," he scoffed. "This is wrong," Leo whispered, louder now, though his phone stayed steady. Cale shoved her shoulder lightly, testing her resolve. "Leave before this gets worse," he warned. But she did not move. She did not plead. She did not explain. She was immovable. "You've got 5 seconds before you're escorted out," Zara added, her smile greedy for a moment of triumph. But the crowd was shifting too. Voices rose in dissonance. Why are they treating her like this? She hasn't even spoken. Silas picked up a badge, snapped it in two with a crack, and tossed it into the trash. "You're done here," he declared. But the conviction in his words no longer convinced anyone. "Escort her out," Silas ordered. Cale's massive frame blocked the cameras as he stepped forward again, gripping her arm. But her body did not yield, her gaze did not falter. "This is what happens when you pretend," Zara chimed in, venom in her voice. For a moment, Anya drifted into memory. 2 decades earlier, standing in a shabby bank, her account frozen because it carried unusual activity. She hadn't flinched then. She wouldn't flinch now. "She's not disrupting anything," Leo said. Louder this time, his voice trembling but clear. "You are." Cameras swung toward him. Silas barked, "Stay in your lane." But the cracks had already opened wide. At last, Dr. Chirama turned her head. Slowly, deliberately, her eyes locked on Silas. Her voice, when it came, was low, sharp, and absolute. "Every second you continue is being recorded. Not by me. By them." Her chin tilted toward the circle of witnesses, their phones raised like torches. Cale faltered. Zara shifted uneasily. Silas forced a brittle laugh. You think a few phones will change anything? But his words rang empty. Anya inhaled, deeply. Her silence was no longer empty. It was charged, volatile, moments from eruption. Even the hum of the air vents felt too loud. And then she moved. A single motion. Her hand slid into her raspberry blazer, drawing out her phone with calm precision. The space froze, every eye watching. Activate internal protocol, she said softly, though her tone was unyielding. A voice answered crisply on the other end. Protocol engaged. Every word logged. Every action timestamped live to corporate. Silas blinked, stunned. What did you just say? She lowered the phone, eyes blazing. I said, this moment will not vanish. Leo clutched his phone tighter, whispering, she's not lying. Cale stepped back, suddenly uneasy. So you called someone? Silas sneered, desperate. What does that prove? It proves I'm not the one who should be worried, she replied, her gaze sharp enough to cut glass. The lobby murmured. A man in a suit shook his head. The intern noticed what you didn't, he muttered. Zara's smirk flickered, irritation cracking her mask. Enough, she snapped, reaching for the desk phone. I'm calling command. But Dr. Chirama's voice cut clean through the chaos. I'm not waiting outside my own company. The lobby stilled. Silas laughed, but the sound broke. Your company? Impossible. Not impossible, she countered, stepping closer. Just inconvenient. I built this building. I hired the people you answer to. And I signed the checks for every marble tile under your feet. Gasps spread like wildfire. Phones that once captured humiliation now captured revelation. Cale's face drained of color. Silas stammered. You're lying. This is a stunt. Anya calmly opened her folder, drawing out a single sheet. She placed it on the counter where all could see. Her name, bold and unmistakable. Under the company seal, Dr. Anya Chirama, Chief Executive Officer. You said I was wasting time, she said evenly. But time has just run out, for you. The crowd erupted, applause bursting, rolling together into a thunderous wave. Oh my God, Leo whispered. She's the CEO. Zara staggered, pale. Silas slammed his hands down. This is a misunderstanding. The only thing fabricated here, Anya replied, steady as stone, was your authority. Her next words landed like a gavel. Effective immediately, this board is dismissed. You can't, Silas gasped. I can, she said. I just did. Her phone buzzed. She lifted it calmly. Initiate termination protocol. Lock their access. The voice on the line confirmed. Credentials revoked. Effective now. Zara's badge lit red. Denied. Cale's radio fizzled dead. Silas's tablet blinked black. Their authority dissolved in seconds. The crowd erupted again. She fired them on the spot. Someone shouted, "That's power." Anya turned to the three who had tried to erase her. "You meant every word you spoke," she said. "And now, every word belongs to the record." Then, turning to the lobby, her voice carried, "This building deserves better. This company deserves better. And starting today, it will have better." Her heels struck the marble like final verdicts as she walked forward. "They thought silence meant weakness," she declared. "But silence is only power, waiting for the right moment." The applause rose, no longer scattered but unified. A tide crashing through Caspian Tower. Leo looked at her, trembling with awe, as if he had witnessed history itself. Anya closed her phone, slipped it back into her blazer, and strode toward the elevators. The crowd parted into an aisle. At the doors, she paused. "I don't need to seek justice," she said quietly, her words rolling like thunder. "I am justice." The doors slid open. She stepped inside. The applause followed, echoing long after she was gone. It wasn't only for her victory. It was for the message etched into every witness, every recording, every marble tile. Dignity doesn't shout. It waits. And then, it wins.